And I realized that if I continue to do that, I am never going to be financially free. And we all know this. Hi, everybody. This is Cindy Cobos. Welcome back to No Filters. In this channel, we speak about real growth, purpose-driven mentality, how you can scale your life and do it with class and with purpose. So today we're going to talk about 3 books that really changed my life. I dare to say that anytime that you read any book, as long as it's for self-improvement, it's going to do something to you, especially when you're looking for it. But this is how I read books. If you could see here, I take a lot of notes in them every single time and they're written all over. But I want to share with you 3 of the ones that have made a lot of impact in leadership as a woman as well. Okay, so let's start with book number 1. Okay, no particular order, but here it is. Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by Mr. Harv Eker. And this book really helped me understand that money really is a blueprint. And it's not that money can come to you. It's not that money isn't gravitated to you, but you just don't do the right things to bring it into your life. For example, when I was growing up, my mom used to tell me, money doesn't grow on trees, right? I knew when we were broke. I knew when we didn't have enough money to go buy anything extra. We pretty much had our bare necessities. So I understood, and I looked at money as a bad thing, or rich people are greedy. So this book really helped me understand that actually some of the most successful people are not greedy at all. They're actually the most giving people, but it really helped me recalibrate my mind, and I started thinking of money instead of a toxic thing in a good way so I can attract it. So this book really helped me with my blueprint, but I implemented what I saw here. So it teaches you the inner game of building wealth. Book number 2, I really recommend for anybody that's striving to become a great leader. Anything with John C. Maxwell is powerful. This book is called The 15 Inevitable Laws of Growth. So when you're working with people and you are in leadership positions, you're never going to stop growing. Everybody's different. Your leadership is different. Your coaching is different. So you need to learn how to still have the same standard for everybody, but coach people differently based off of their personality. So one thing about this book is it taught me that I need to self-reflect myself so I can help other people bring out the best version of themselves. So one of my favorite books actually is The Law of Intentionality. And this law speaks about that if you don't have an intentional growth desire or growth plan, you'll never achieve it. There are too many people that say, one day I want to become successful, one day I want to be a millionaire, one day I want to do these things, but they really don't have an execution plan for that. And we all know that without execution, there's no growth. So this book taught me how to create that for myself, but go execute. And then it's the 3rd book. This book is very special. I speak about it actually all the time, and it's The Cash Flow Quadrant by Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. So this book is very special because I grew up very traditional, and I was taught, go to school, get good grades, get yourself into a good college, so one day you have a good job. And that was really what I was striving for. I thought success was a good job that would pay me with good benefits, or I had paid vacation time, paycation, right? However, I realized that I was sitting in the cash flow quadrant and I was still in the first one. And if you know anything about it, the first one is E, and it stands for employee. And that means you're trading time for money. And I realized that if I continue to do that, I am never going to be financially free. And we all know this, that true freedom, a man or woman can never be free until they're financially free. So this book taught me how to think about a career versus a business, how to think about wealth versus poverty, how to treat the right relationships, how to spend my time in the right productive ways, how to delegate better, and how to lead better. So this is a must book that you have to start, but also finish. Okay, so these are some of my top favorite ones, but now let me tell you why it's so important to grow and to invest into yourself. You know, I believe that one of the greatest life hacks that you and I have is to literally go pick up a book, because what it took this man years to build, what it took him an entire life to understand or to learn, he's literally teaching you in, 200 pages and 192 pages. And if you just go and you take massive action, you literally can skip all the trials and errors. You have an opportunity to take on from their success and implement it into your life. So don't sleep on books. Pick up an Audible book, pick up the actual physical books. Barnes & Noble used to be my favorite place to sit at and just have a cup of coffee, just because I could sit there for 20, 30 minutes and I could learn something that it took this man over 72 years to actually learn, right? So instead of wasting your time on Netflix and doing whatever people do now, pick up a book and learn and grow and implement it so your life can be completely different and you can change the future of your also legacy. So one thing that I speak about often to anybody anybody that I'm coaching or working with is, for me, if I had trouble sleeping, I would pick up a book because it would put me to sleep. That's how it started for me. Okay, that's the truth. There's something in these books that I don't know that I want to implement because I want to become the best version of myself. So then I started, instead of laying down when I was reading, I started walking around. I said, I'm going to start off with 10 minutes of reading. Let me start off with 10 minutes. Then I did that for 2 weeks straight. Then you know what I did? I implemented to 15 minutes. And then that became a strength. And then it was like 20 minutes. And now I could literally read for over an hour, listen to books for over an hour and still catch what I'm actually reading or learning or understanding. Wherever you start, just start. Whether it's 3 pages, whether it's 5, it doesn't matter. You just have to start and complete it. But here's the important part. You have to be consistent enough to do it. And if you mess up one day, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Just pick up the next day. Too many people, when they drop the ball, maybe they stop going to the gym one time or they stop reading a book for one day, they feel like they have to wait until next week to start over. Don't do that to yourself. Just start the very next day and say, okay, I messed up yesterday, but I'm not going to mess up today. And continue that. And you'll see how you'll make it a habit. And before you know it, you'll finish a book in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. Something you've never done before, maybe, right? If you were like me, but you'll actually have an opportunity to finish it completely. Hopefully you go pick up your books, you finish them, you start, and you become a finisher. So your life can also look completely different. So you guys, I would love to hear what some of your favorites are. These are some of my favorites. Maybe recommend to me something that you've read that's impacted your life completely. No Harry Potter books, okay? But I'm very interested, you guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want to continue to follow the movement of what we got going on here, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.